No one will ever question your devotion to Stallone. And I'm not
No
telling
one.
you you're wrong. I'm just telling you you're fucking wrong. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to walk you into this next category. And if you want a cigarette and a blindfold, you can have one because you're not making out of this alive. And I'm sorry to kill you um, with a newborn at home. But you want to talk about iconic? You want to talk about pop culture? You want to talk about what stirs the masses and what people remember?
Yeah.
How about a catchphrase?
What? Yo, Adrian?
How about an iconic line? Well, what would you say Stallone's most iconic line in a film is? What's the
Yeah.
one that people yell at him walking down the street? What's the one
Probably
that he'll
Yo,
be known for?
Adrian.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A-
Uh,
Any other ones pop to mind?
Man, what would we say? You
What
know,
was Rambo's famous catchphrase?
they drew first blood.
He only says it once in one movie.
I mean, you didn't have to rely on gimmick catchphrases, but you
I'm
know.
not talking about gimmicks. I'm
Can
talking
I ask
about
you this, Bern? Can I, all right, go ahead. Go with your
no,
thing, and then
no, no,
I'll
no,
and
no,
then
no.
I'll go ahead. You
You're not
can
gonna
take your
fucking
your
push me
gimmick
off
little
of
cuck
fucking.
little bullshit, your little tagline cuck fucking white meat cuck bullshit, and then I'm gonna take my nuts. I'm gonna put them on the chin of that afterwards. So go ahead, hit me.
If I'm a cuck because Stallone is, I'm sitting in the corner while Schwarzenegger fucks my ex-wife. Um, I'd be happy to get his autograph. That wouldn't bother me
Do
the
you
least
think
bit.
Sam still is it Sam Schwarzenegger? Is that his
Oh
name?
man, I heard he was
Sammy Schwarzenegger?
Schwartz.
Sammy
Uh,
Schwartz?
I
Sammy
don't know.
Schwartz? His
I feel like my
Schwartz is as big as yours. Sammy Schwartz.
I feel like my son would have mentioned it if he was like ripped. My son's obsessed with his abs. He's always like, "Dad, I have an 8 pack," and I'm like, "You have vanity muscles and no body fat, dude. Get out of my face. I will body slam you. Take your bullshit abs and get out of my face. I'm just,
Man, he's really
oh,
taking protecting his mom to the next level.
I
Christ.
will mush your face in the snow,
Is
dude.
he
There's
in
nothing you can do about
jujitsu
it.
yet? Have you got him in
No, but
jujitsu or anything yet?
in the spring, we're starting in the
You
spring.
got to get him. Get him started because he needs it.
Um,
He'll need it. He'll definitely need it. Because
but
he'll need a check as far as like to know like his because he's the only guy in his house, right? So
yeah,
he'll need a fucking check to know like his shit does like
he's okay.
that he ain't
Yep,
hot shit, but he'll need to know like he ain't made of glass and he can stand up for himself. He needs jujitsu. He'll need that, man, for
yeah,
sure.
no, I know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you need it too.
back to yeah, I do. Back to catchphrases.
Hit
Um,
me, daddy.
Schwarzenegger invented the stupid catchphrase. Schwarzenegger invented like the I'm going to say this thing that's super badass, but kind of wink at the camera. That's been emulated in every action movie since, right?
Right.
So you go Terminator, I'll be back,
I'll be
right? You know, I
back.
mean
Yeah. Okay.
that's probably the biggest one. But what I
Get to the
enjoy
chopper. Get to
get
the
to the
chopper.
get to the chopper is from
It,
Predator. That's a
it's
pretty
not a
decent one.
tumor.
It's not a tumor from
Uh-huh.
Kindergarten Cop. My
Uh-huh.
favorite, though, is from Last Action Hero in the very opening scene where he says to a guy, he's going to walk in, and the cops, the sergeant's like, "You're not allowed to go in there," yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And he goes, "Do you want to be a farmer?" And the guy says, "What?" And he goes, "Here's a couple of acres." And he kicks this guy in the balls, and he flies like 35 feet into the air and across the parking lot. And I always loved that he spent that whole movie being like, okay, I'm kind of famous for doing these really cheesy catchphrases.
Yeah.
So now this movie, I'm going to do the absolute bottom of the barrel worst catchphrases. And those ended up being my favorite. I guess my point is Schwarzenegger has a self awareness and a sense of humor that I don't necessarily think Stallone does. I think Stallone is way more serious, and that's okay because he's made some more serious pictures. But for my money, I'm more entertained by Schwarzenegger's career than I am by Stallone's. Just entertained on all. If you're counting all the different aspects of what entertainment means, I laughed, I cried, I got psyched up. I was, like I think he touches all the emotions a little bit better. I think Stallone does what he does very well, but I think it's more serious and I think it's a little bit darker.
All right, look at you. You made it to the end of the clip. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's take back that algorithm from all those noodles who have oppressed us with this YouTube noodleness. You guys are the greatest. We love you. Thanks. See ya!